Good morning, everybody. It is a very overwhelming day. It is currently 1 o'clock and I'm already wanting to rip the rest of my hair out. And let me kind of explain why. You can probably hear it. So, let's tell the story one more time. I have been having a lot of issues with my audio interface. For the past 10-ish years, I've been using an audio box USB made by Personas. It was a gift from my grandfather when I started making music in my early high school years when I was 13-ish, maybe 14, 15, something like that. Any piece of music that you've heard on this channel was probably recorded through that audio box USB, and it has served me very faithfully for the past 9-10 years. Now it has started to not, and I'm sure you can hear that in the background, that now I'm getting tons of electrical interference. Why? I don't know. I've tried changing out power cables. Here, I can even show you. I've tried changing out power cables. I've tried changing out the 1/4-inch cables that actually send the audio signal to the speakers. I've tried changing out these little cables right here. I've even tried using the component cables to get audio from 3.5 directly into the computer. And none of that fixes it. It always gives me this electrical interference. Oh, I've even tried moving these things, or my hard drives, around because I thought it was maybe interference from those things, or all of this stuff over here. I've tried all of that and nothing. And now, I was kind of just ignoring it because if you put the volume low enough, it kind of goes away, and then you can just kind of turn up the volume on the interface itself, and you can kind of sort of get decent volume, but it was never really a permanent solution. It worked for the time being. Now, I started having another issue with it, which is going to require me to turn this back up again. Within the past couple days, I can't remember exactly when it started, but I've been talking about it for a week now on the blog. So I've been wiring all of the sound from the Mac Mini to come through the audio interface, even when I'm just watching YouTube or Netflix or whatever, not just music. And randomly one day, it was working. I was working on the song for the last video. I went downstairs to eat. I came back up and it sounded different. Now I'm just going to play this for you so that you can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to turn this all the way up so you can hear it. I'm just going to press play on this video. That's what it sounds like. It sounds muffled. It sounds like a low pass filter. It sounds underwater. I've used all these words to describe it before. And I'm not exactly sure why it does that. And I've tried, like I said, I've tried changing cables and all that stuff, but nothing's been able to fix it. I thought it was a sample rate issue. I tried changing the sample rate on both my DAW and the actual audio driver in the Mac, and nothing's fixing it. And I've kind of just decided it was a lost cause. I tried searching on the internet. Reddit didn't have anything for me. The general audio forums didn't have anything for me. So I finally bit the bullet. Well, here, I should also mention that the headphones that I have were plugged in through the 1/4-inch back there. So that was happening in the headphones too, which was what made me feel like, oh, this isn't the computer. This is the audio interface itself. And the headphones were getting the same muffled underwater sound output. So, with Prime Day deals, I finally bit the bullet and bought a Scarlett Focusrite, or a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. I finally did that. And I'm gonna set it up because this is driving me nuts. I haven't had a chance to set it up yet because I've been working so much, well, working at my job, but also working so much on other things. Like last night I was at that secret photo shoot and all of that stuff. So we're finally setting it up today. That was a long clip, but let's set it up now. There's actually not that much in here. It's quite literally just the unit itself and then a power cable. That's really all that's in here. So at least it's an easy setup. It is very pretty, I will say that, and it's very light too. And I think it actually takes up a little less of a footprint than the audio box in basically every dimension except for length. But yeah, I think it'll look very nice here. All right, let's set it up. Well, there she is, all plugged in. And seeing now how much dust was underneath the audio box from how long it's been sitting there. But there it is. Cool. Alright, so let's set our output to be the Scarlett, and let's give it a shot. Well, that's not a great sound. I'll turn that down. So I'll press play, and then I'll just...
marketing, and it was a lot of admin to manage that wide a variety of services.
Cool.
So we decided to focus in
I
on
do
what
have a
was
bit of a
passionate
hum. I'm sure you can hear that, but there may be a workaround of that. I'll just, I'll keep working on it.
Yeah, a deal killer. So don't be afraid to say I don't know.
I'm in a meeting with the professor right now.
What
This
else? I don't know.
is
There's so
the
many
last
other
school
things.
thing I need to do
Again,
to be done with this semester.
Career services would have much.
The meeting's over, and I can say that I have been using this thing a little bit. The knobs feel really nice. They're like really in there. They don't have much give. It's honestly really cool. And I do enjoy the digital encoders, even though it is a little less tactile than this one, the old one, which had like metal encoders that they were, I want to say ribbed, maybe, if that's the word I want to use. They were ribbed. And then if it will ever focus up, you can see that, you can just barely see that there's a line right here that tells you what level you're at. That's a little more tactile of a feeling, and I think I might prefer that. But this is still very nice because it's all digital. And this is an endless encoder here, and the light shows you where your levels are at. And then there's all these buttons here that do various things that I don't care about right now. But I have been enjoying it. I will say it is not totally sound free if I turn up the speakers. There's just a bit of a hiss. But I think that comes from the fact that this is not plugged into the Mac Mini. It's plugged into the little cheap third-party Amazon hub that I bought. But I do think that if I maybe plug it into the wall, it might eliminate that. That's something to test out, because there is a port that you can plug into USB or plug into the wall. Also, now that I'm looking at this, I just turned on my computer and restarted it, and it's that wasn't there before. Scarlett is the name of that thing, so I think it downloaded a program onto my computer. Weird. I just left work, and let me tell you, I was throwing down. I was trying my hardest to just not think about the thing that I'm just explaining to you. So, we're getting our new collection for like August, and so we have to prepare the store for all that stuff. I mean, we don't have to, but we like to because it makes our life easier. When the clothes get here, we can just plug it in rather than now we have to destroy everything, build it back up, and then put the clothes up. We just do the destroy and build now. Anyway, before I left, I was working on the video for the secret shoot, like what we were working on yesterday. I was starting to cut that together because the due date for that video is Sunday. It's Sunday, and that's not a lot of time for the amount of footage that we shot that we have edited. So I started to get started on it right away. And the problem is that as I'm cutting through it, I'm looking at the script and I'm looking at my guidelines and everything, and I'm realizing that there's a lot of footage that we just don't have. And I was trying to see if, oh, maybe there's something I can do to like fake it, where I can like make it look like we shot something but we didn't have, because there's a lot of forced perspective. So I was like, oh, maybe I can play with the footage to make it look a certain way or do a certain thing. And I was not able to figure it out. We shot a lot of stuff, but I should say this, going into the shoot, we didn't really have a plan. We just we kind of just looked at the script and just kind of brained it and just tried to be. I was trusting Talia. She's been on the blog. I was trusting Talia to just kind of explain to me her vision for what this was, and she explained to me what she wanted, and she was telling me the shots that she needed, and blah blah blah. We went through, we filmed everything, and now that I'm getting it into post, we did not film enough, and I don't know what to do about it. So it's kind of stressing me out. But the longer I sit here, the less time I have to think about it. So I'm gonna get home and just get back to work.
Hey, Jacksonville! I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm your cosplay catwalk coordinator. There are signs posted all over. Go ahead and sign up. I'm trying to see what you got.
Wow, look at this hotel view. Doing a little hand signals for YouTube. Hey guys. To kind of give you a recap, if Rick hasn't given you one, I'm currently in Jacksonville. I had a MC gig for We Touch Grass. I was their cosplay catwalk coordinator, and I just made it back to the hotel. This was my little outfit. It was really fun. I had a great time. I did get a little bit of a crowd rush because it's basically, you know, I announce your name and the character you're cosplaying as and a fact about them, and then we had like about 2 minutes left. So I had people say, hey, I'll take a couple walk-ons, and like I had a huge crowd rush. He was like, hey, stop. And then I was like, okay guys, we're gonna speed run this. We have 1 minute left and we're gonna do this as safely as possible. I put the mic in people's like faces. They spoke their name. It's like, walk your stuff, walk your stuff, walk your stuff. So it was fun. Security did approach a little bit because they weren't sure if I needed help or not, but everything worked out super perfect. And also like first reveal of the braids on the Instagram was today, so that was a lot of fun. It's really late. It's you my watch. It's 11:51. The kitchen is closed for the hotel restaurant that's here. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna Uber Eats. I'm here with my parents. That's probably what the people that you hear in the background. My mom ate. My aunt wants to go downstairs and look because there's like a religious group here that they're like staying here the day or something like that. I don't know, and I'm not gonna go downstairs. I'm going to take off my contacts, take off my makeup. I'm tired. I drove 2 hours to be here. I'm gonna like take a shower and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna like go on Uber Eats and see what's available. But yeah, and I don't know if Rick said it, but if he said MJ's having more fun than me, I did have more fun than him. But his spirit was best. So on my part, I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Tune in for something new, something different. Good night.
MJ just sent me the video that you guys just watched, so at least I know now that I don't need to explain where she is, but I don't think that she explained why I didn't go with her. So what had happened was we were both supposed to go to Jacksonville, and then we didn't. The contract, we read it and we thought it said the 14th. So we had it in our calendars that it was the 14th. She found out today at about 3 o'clock that it was today. And she texts me, she goes, we have a problem. And I said, what's the problem? And she tells me that it's today. And I'm like, oh, well, I have to go to work. So she had to be there by 9 and I got out of work at 9:30. So I couldn't have gone. So yeah, she was accompanied by her parents, so whatever. Looks like she had a good time. That's all that matters. So yeah, the moral of the story is read more carefully, I guess. I don't know. Besides that, there's nothing. Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure there's nothing incriminating on the screen right now. I'm working on the secret project and I am losing my mind, but it's okay. It's not okay. I'm just telling myself that because there's no other option. I'm just gonna end the vlog here and I'm gonna be at this desk for the rest of the night. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow for something different. Good night. And by the way, if you wanted more rave footage, don't worry. There's another show in October. and we have the date right for that one. I know that for a fact.